Hey everybody, Monday Update, Tony George, Doc Sports. Let's talk about the Jets and the Bills. We'll tell you about what's going on over at the website when we're done. Coming off a 4-0 Sunday, 7-unit banger on the Chargers. Boom, top prop play hit. Boom. We'll tell you everything that's going on tonight. I don't have any interest in this game from a premium play perspective. I reiterated that on the opening line report last week. I reiterated that on Doc's Gridiron Six-Pack, and I'm reiterating it now. That's my opinion. There's 11 other guys over there and some consensus services stuff that may have a different, somebody could have a 7-unit play on this thing for all I know. I don't keep track of what everybody's doing over there. I worry about my own shop. But this game here has got a lot of storylines around it tonight. You've got the Jets firing their head coach. You've got Nathaniel Hackett out as offensive coordinator, thank God. This is a guy that Denver ran out of town on a rail car as a head coach. Couldn't even hardly get a first down there, calling plays. I mean, he was offensive coordinator because he's Aaron Rodgers' buddy, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, you don't know what you're going to get out of New York offensively. Neither does Buffalo, which is bad news for them because their defense isn't that good. Their defense has given up 58 points in the last two games. And Buffalo is coming off the worst game I've seen them play in 2 years and the worst game I've ever seen Josh Allen play in his career. Ironically, the game before that, he looked as good as he's ever looked. So what are you going to get out of Buffalo against a banged-up New York defense? You mush all those things together along with the fact that this total in this series over the past 5 years only has 2 overs. And the number is 41 and Buffalo's laying a point. I'm going to go over 41. I think Buffalo will get their act together on offense against a banged-up Jets defense. And the fact that New York's going to do something different on offense and they don't know what they're going to do against a defense that isn't that good in a huge divisional game that really is going to set the path for both these teams for the rest of the season. There's a lot on the line. It's going to be an entertaining and fun game. Entertaining and fun games doesn't necessarily mean they're ones to bet on. I found that out with the Ohio State game against Oregon on Saturday night. Yeah. But I think there'll be some scoring. Now, New York's been very pass heavy without success. And they got 2 good running backs. Hall's a really good running back. I think you'll see more of them tonight. And we'll talk about a prop in a minute. But I think they can, if they balance their attack a little bit more. Aaron Rodgers is average at best. Everybody was all excited about Aaron Rodgers leaving Green Bay and coming to New York. Why? In my opinion, he's in the downside of a career, and he's not a good people person. He doesn't have a locker room. You know, the guy can be kind of a jerk. I don't care whether you love him or you hate him. He's kind of a jerk. You know, I think he alienates a lot of people. In my opinion, that's just how I see it. You know, and I went to there, for 6 years. I got a 2-year degree, so I'm not real smart maybe, but, I just don't see a lot out of him. I mean, it's dink and dunk. They don't have any vertical threats. They have receivers that could be vertical threats, but they don't utilize them. He doesn't get the ball down the field very well. I've been saying it for 4 weeks that New York Jets offense is broken. You've been watching these videos? This Gridiron Six-Pack show, Griff Murphy, even my opening line report. I've been saying the New York Jets offense is broken. Maybe this will fix it. I'm not going to fade a team after a coaching change either. But I think Buffalo probably overall is the better team. They have the better quarterback. Coaching, who knows? I said something the other day about I thought Buffalo's head coach wasn't doing a very good job, and some of the Bills Mafia came in the comments dropping F-bombs left and right and told me I didn't know what I was talking about. Well, did you coach a good game against Houston? Obviously not. So, nonetheless, I think there'll be some scoring. I think this thing will go over 41. And sometimes you see a trend 8-2 the last 5 years to the under. Sometimes you know when you keep riding that wave, and sometimes you know when to get off. I think it's time to get off because of all the unknowns here. And the stakes are so high that they're both going to be pulling out all the stops here. I also would lean on Breece Hall, anytime touchdown score. I think if they get in the red zone here, they'll run him. Who else going to run? Rodgers isn't going to run it. On their side of the coin, Josh Allen will run it. And he loves to run it in the red zone, score touchdowns. But Aaron Rodgers doesn't. And Aaron Rodgers doesn't have any wheels. But I think if they get inside the 5-yard line, you're going to see a heavy dose of Hall. And I think he'd be an anytime touchdown score. That's a plus number. Just FYI. Over at the website, first of all, we had a big day yesterday. Free play didn't make it. Philadelphia Eagles, bye week didn't help them. I got futures money on them to win that division. I thought they were going to be a good football team this year. They're not a good football team right now. Because Cleveland sucks. 10-10 halftime. Come on. So we didn't get the first half line on them in for you. I had them in a teaser, barely covered that. I had them at -3.5. They managed to win by 4. There were some surprises yesterday. Jacksonville, just as bad as they get. They're shades of Urban Meyer, how bad they're playing. And I told you about their pass defense. Made Caleb Williams look like Joe Montana yesterday. There was just some eyebrow raisers. I wanted to see if Washington was as good as advertised and a good football team. And they competed well. They showed well against Baltimore in a loss. I had the over in that game because I know they couldn't stop Henry or Jackson running the ball. Their defense is keeping them from being an elite team. But they're going to be good down the road. If anybody knows how to fix a defense, it's Snyder. Quinn. So they'll get that figured out. But it's probably not going to be this year until they get some personnel in there. But, offensively, if they can keep them together and continue to flourish, they're going to give everybody a ball game. And Daniels is the real deal quarterback. That kid can make all the throws, and he's dangerous on his feet. He's frail, thin in frame and nature, but if he stays healthy, they're going to be hanging around. That's for sure. Detroit, how about them Cowboys, huh? Cowboys aren't any good. Plus, they're beat up on defense like a mofo. I had Detroit yesterday as a premium play. Chargers are my top pick, but Detroit's a good football team. They lose Hutchinson for the year. That was an ugly injury. He's out. Bad deal for them. But, there was some eyebrow. We'll talk about all that on Doc Sports, Tony George's Doc Sports. One of the same. NFL opening line report will be out later today or first thing tomorrow morning. Over at the website, we got a 3-pack in props. We're on a 12-4 run plus $2,905 of the good for a $100 player. 3 units each, flat bat right down the board. No, there's no headlining top play. Nothing fancy. Just grinding out a 3-0 sweep, 2 of them plus numbers. Make some money. Major League Baseball. How about them Dodgers yesterday? Wow. Glad I took the over. Dodgers made it themselves because the Mets couldn't get anything going. And now you got the Yankees and Guardians today, too. We'll have a play in Major League Baseball, still working on that card. And NHL 2-pack. Both games at 1 Eastern on a Monday. That never happens. Doc Sports, free $60, link in the description below. Click on the link, expand the description, tab on the website as well. Park $60 in your new account. Comes with a profit guarantee, 0 strings. Get over there and check it out. Have a good Monday.